Now, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but there was a live action series, the first live action series that Star Wars put out, called The Mandalorian. And one of the terms, or one of the things that he says all over again, you guys can play this video, he always says, "This is the way." And it came from this scene right here where they're talking about the way of doing things, the code of ethics.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
And so Mando, he always says, "This is the way." And you wonder, what's the way? What's his way? What way are we talking about? Okay? Now, I don't know Mando's way, but I know Jesus' way. And Jesus' way is hodos. That's the word, the way. They were known, before they were ever known as Christians, they were known as people of the way because it was the path that Jesus had set forth. It was the way to Jesus. It was the narrow road that Jesus talked about. And Jesus made it very clear in Matthew 7 and verse 14. He said that there is a way, there's a narrow way which leads unto life, and few there be to find it. Listen, the wide path is the path where someone says, "Hey, I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm going to take my own path. I'm going to do my own." And God says, "Hey, listen, you can talk like there's many different ways, but Jesus gave you one way. He is the way, the truth, and the life, and no man comes to the Father but by Him." I'm so thankful that our Heavenly Father did not leave it up to His children to find one of many ways. No, my friend, He loves you enough. Just like a loving parent doesn't say, "Hey, find your own way." No, they give guidance. They give principles. They say, "This is the way. This is how you were made to operate. Here's the way." And Jesus said, "I am the way." I'm thankful there's one way, and His name is Jesus. So here's Aquila and Priscilla. They are not pastors. They are not deacons. They are people in the church who have been discipled, and they care enough to say, "Hey, Apollos, let me show you. Let me show you something you're missing." They explained him the way more perfectly. Now, the word more perfectly literally means to accurately, through the scriptures, show something that's missing. What was he missing? Look at verse 25. Apollos was missing the fact that he had been baptized in John, but had not been baptized in Jesus. He was preaching the baptism of John because that's all he knew. And they said, "Time out. Jesus died and rose again. We're not supposed to be baptized in the name of John." John was pointing us to Jesus. John said, "He must increase, I must decrease." John 3:30. So now all we're doing is pointing people to Jesus.